Hey girl, are you talking and I just can't hear you, or have you not said anything yet?
I am muted, but I wasn't saying anything important. I'm just trying to figure out my technology. Okay, I want that there. And okay, got it. Okay, I'm gonna try that again and share screen. Share. I want to share that. Okay, can you see the pink screen that says reset workshop?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yay!
Beautiful. I have never done the I want full screen. Okay. I've never done the presenter view, but I actually put notes in my presentation. Can I see the bookmarks? No, we don't want that. Okay. Okay. Yay. Here we go. Welcome. I am Shanna Pizer, and this is the Reset Weight Loss Workshop. Thank you so much for being here. Those of you that are here live and watching the replay, just so you know, my little baby grandson just showed up at my house and he is like 30 feet away from me. So it's a little bit hurting me to be sitting here right now, but it's okay. It'll be fine. I will be okay. So in this workshop, I'll go through, do a quick introduction, why you're here. It is a workshop, so it would be very beneficial if you have something to make some notes on. And if not, you just kind of will have some time for some contemplation. And then I will tell you about the reset and answer any questions you might have. So I want to say too, as we go along, make note or notice things that come up for you as I'm talking, and things that might be kind of like that thoughts that pop in your mind. That hasn't worked for me in the past, but that's a big one. I've never been able to, I can't, I don't like. So any kind of objections that you might, putting my phone on do not disturb, any objections that might be popping up for you as I'm talking, and things that you want to argue with maybe, or that you want to kind of poo-poo, just be aware of that and make notes of those. And if there's anything specific, we can definitely address it at the end. Like I already said, and you all know, I'm Shanna, and I am a life and weight loss coach. And I found weight loss coaching in 2019, and I had been a huge follower of a very prominent life coach for years, listening to the podcast and stuff. And one day I heard a weight loss podcast and I was like, wait, what? What is this? What is this? And I was in the car on my way to a meeting, and I paused the podcast and I called my sister and I was like, this is the answer to all the questions we've been asking. Like, what is it going to take? Why am I not doing what I say I'm going to do? I know what I need to be doing. Why can't I just do it? All of those, like everything in that realm of questioning, I was like, this is it. And prior to that, I had done all the diets, lost weight on everything, Weight Watchers, keto. I did phentermine one time, and that, like, I dropped weight. That was amazing. And then I gained it all back. And phentermine apparently only works one time because I tried to do it again and it did not work the second time. And so I had gotten to the point where it was the summer of 2019. I found the weight loss coach in September of 2019. And I was like, I am either going to spend a bunch of money and enroll in this crazy diet program, or I'm just going to give in and give up and accept my lot in life that this is just the way I am. And this is my life. And at that point, I was at about, well, the highest that I weighed, I was 230 pounds. And that hurts a little bit to say it out loud. So I found the weight loss coaching. I was all in, lost 82 pounds, and it was amazing. I love it. And then I gained some weight back. And I've been working on losing that weight and doing research. And so I'll talk a little bit more about where my journey has kind of gone. And I think this is the answer. And it's not about a diet. It's not about calorie restriction or anything like that. It is to change the way that you live life in the most amazing way. Okay. Why you're here. Like I said, this is not a diet. It's not a quick fix. It's a way of life. I'm not going to ask you to count any calories, macros, or points, or eat any shakes or bars, or tell you what to eat really at all. So let's start the workshopy part. And why are you here? What did you come here hoping to get out of this time in the workshop? What would be like a no-brainer if you could get that out of the reset group, which is a 6-week program? What would that be? What is your ultimate weight loss goal? Like what's that ultimate size pair of pants that you want to wear, or the ideal body weight, your body weight percentage, or your BMI, however you're measuring that? What is that ultimate goal? And if you want to share in comments or in the chat, you can do that, or just making note of it for yourself. Like just thinking, what is it that I want? And as women, we stop asking ourselves that a lot. And I don't even like to say that. As people, as human beings, we get busy. We have all of these big dreams when we're young, like I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to travel here, I'm going to do all of these amazing things. And then we go to college, we get a job, we have kids, we whatever. And it's just kind of like it's one step in front of the other, and the big picture kind of disappears. And so I want to help you to dream again. What is it that you once wanted? Like go back to that young girl who dreamed about doing whatever. I mean, I dreamed of being a lawyer. I'm not going back to school for that. That's a done deal. So what is it that you're hoping for? I need to reset again. That's why there's a re in there. It's again and again and again. And it's every day. It's a process. It's not like, oh, I failed. It's time to reset. It's a cycle. Want to lose 30 pounds? Yes. Oh my word. Kendall, yes. 100%. I feel you. I feel you. I remember thinking in 2020 when I lost 55 pounds, it was so easy. I want to mentally get back to that place. Yes. 100%. stop gaining, feel healthy. Yes, 100%. And get, I think it said a workout routine. I love it. So thinking about your goals, your weight loss goal, however much you want to lose weight, whatever the, what was it, to feel healthy again, why? What difference is that going to make to you to lose that weight, to feel healthy? And this is so important. My next, I don't know if anybody's been watching my how to eat less reels that I've been posting, but I just recorded one today and it's the bonus. I'm done with those. There are 15, posted number 15 today. And I just recorded a bonus today, and it's have whys, have reasons that are important to you to remind yourself of when you want to give in to whatever it is, to overeating, to eating the thing that's not on your plan, to giving in to staying on the couch instead of going for the walk. What are the reasons that you want to get up and go for that walk that are going to be stronger than the reasons that you just want to sit on the couch? And it can, and I showed in the reel, I do this periodically. I make a list of whys. Here's my list of whys that I think that's the most recent one I did. And they are so varied. They go from it's taking care of my body and it feels good. It's easier to exercise when my weight is down. I look forward to getting dressed when I have lost weight and I'm at that size I want to be. I look better. I feel cute. One of the things that is typically on here, I don't know if it's on here or not, but to look cute in a halter top. I don't know why, but I just love halter tops. It's kind of weird. Um, and longevity. I want to be able to play with my grandbaby. I want to be able to get up and down off the ground easily to play with him. I want to be active so that when he says, "Hey, Lily, can we go do this?" I want to say, "Yes, yes, we can go do that. I've been training for this. I'm prepared for this." So I encourage you, like, have a list as long as you can possibly come up with, because there are going to be so many opportunities to use it to keep you making the decisions that are going to get you where you want to be. I like to say, um, I want to choose what I want most over what I want in the moment. And these whys are going to remind you why what you want most is more important than what you want right now. Okay. This has a lot. So also, can I back up just a second? I posted, and I'm sure you've seen the link for the workbook. There's a workbook that you have access to. You can print it out or just use a notebook, piece of paper, whatever, phone. Because it just reminded me, because this page looks like there's a lot of stuff on there, but in the workbook, it's kind of spaced out and there's space to write things. So reset your mind. And in the Bible, Romans 12:2 says, "Be transformed by the renewal of your mind." And there's stuff on the front of that and there's stuff on the back of that. And we can use the Bible. People can say, "You're taking that out of context." Well, there's definitely a specific context for that, but I think that also can apply to anything that we're trying to do. And I mean, you want to be renewed in a positive way, and we are being renewed, being transformed by the renewal of our mind to take care of our bodies that God gave us. And I feel very strongly about this statement. The only thing you can change about the past is the way you think about it. And in this, I'm specifically talking about diets that we've done in the past, that we may consider we failed at because we gained the weight back, whatever. But we can't go back and change any of the diets we've done, any of the weight we've gained back. We can't go back and change any of that. We can only change the stories that we tell to ourselves and about ourselves about that time in our life. So, in order to renew our mind, let's go back a little bit and list out, like, make a list, all of the diet methods that you've used. I named a couple: keto, Weight Watchers, been on like in Weight Watchers. Whew, you can do all kinds of, I played games with that. I manipulated it. It was crazy. Hi, Ella Grace. I can't wait till you're back home. Um, so what else is there? The cabbage soup diet, been there, done that. Um, like I said, phentermine, restrict calories, all kinds of stuff. And then what has been your general experience with weight loss in the past? And I imagine we all have very similar stories. We've done all the things. We had success while we were doing the things, but then we turn around and gain the weight back, and then it's harder to get the weight off. And because of that, our belief about our ability to lose weight and keep it off has kind of been shot. What are your beliefs about your ability to lose and keep the weight off for good? I would love to see anybody have answers for that one? What are your beliefs about your ability to lose weight and keep it off for good? I remember thinking, I'm broken. I can't do this. And I remember the last time I did Weight Watchers, and it felt so easy. I would go in and weigh and have a really good weigh in. And I had, so funny, I had fried chicken and mashed potatoes waiting at home for me to celebrate my weight loss. Like, I totally played it like a game. Most days it feels impossible, even though I know that it's not the truth. Yeah, we are like arguing with ourselves, taking up so much space and energy. Like, I can't do it. That's not even true. Yes, I can. There has to be a way. I have to figure this out. And we can talk ourselves into spirals, and that can be just exhausting. So I want to propose that we are not broken. There is nothing wrong with us. And I think we can get it into our minds, like, there must be something wrong with me because I can't figure this out. I can't do it. I can't stay on it. I can't keep the weight off. And I want to say our habits just need to be shifted. The things that we are doing consistently have got us to where we're at now. And if we're not where we want to be, or if we're not even headed in the right direction, all that needs to happen is a shift in habits. So you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You can do this. It takes effort. It takes physical effort, and it takes mental effort, more mental effort than anything. Yeah, that's so good, Kendall. Success in so many things in my life, but not this. Yes. Like, I can kill it in this area, in these areas of my life. Why can't I just lose the weight? And so also I want to introduce to you some things, and here we go. I don't have the other book. Two books that I have read recently have really shifted my thinking even more in the right direction. The Obesity Code by Jason Fung and Why We Get Sick by Benjamin Bickman. And reading these books has revealed to me, and I would like to reveal to you, if it hasn't already been revealed to you, that we have been, as a society, completely misled about weight loss strategies. And I have a couple examples. We were, so it was, who has heard breakfast is the most important meal of the day? Don't miss breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. Anybody ever heard that? You know who came up with that? Who coined that phrase? It was an employee of Dr. Kellogg when they were coming up with a marketing campaign for cornflakes. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Not nutritionists, not people that know anything about nutrition and our bodies, but it was a marketing campaign. And we have accepted that since Kellogg's introduced cornflakes on the market. Like, of course, they want you to eat breakfast. It sells their cereal. Before that, a lot of people didn't eat breakfast, and they surely weren't eating cereal. We went through the low fat phase of weight loss in, what was that, 80s, 90s, Snackwells, low fat, high sugar, lots of carbs. And people were cutting fat out and eating margarine and all of the low fat things. And before that happened, and I saw a post the other day. I don't know if you guys have seen these posts. There was a post of a picture of a beach in the 70s compared to a picture of a beach now. And people were not overweight in the 70s. They were eating the way we're supposed to eat. So low fat came out and people got on that bandwagon. Also, marketing strategy to sell a bunch of snack foods that were low fat. Then the calories in, calories out. And this one has really stuck. And again, in these amazing books, Why We Get Sick and the Obesity Code, they both talk about it. And when you lower the calories that you're taking in to try to lose weight, to make your calorie intake less than your calorie output, your body adjusts. So your body will start slowing systems down so that it's not using as much energy. So your body is working against you because it wants to stay the same. You are not broken. What you have been told is broken, and it has been working against your body's systems. Which, I mean, if we have the answer, I think that is great news, because if we have the right answer, then we can make the adjustments. And like, what a relief that is. Like, it's not because I couldn't lower my calories low enough and white knuckle it enough and suffer through eating gross low fat foods and not enough calories to sustain my body. So you only fail if you quit, and you're either succeeding or you're learning. So let's not quit. Let's keep going. When you have the right information, you can be successful in losing weight and maintaining your weight. All right, next. What if it is impossible? Not impossible. What if it is possible to get to your ideal weight and stay there? How amazing would that be? Can we just that would be lovely. So imagine you're at your goal weight, you're wearing that ideal size, cute dress or a cute outfit, and you're guaranteed to stay there. Like it's as good as done. It's a done deal. You're at that weight. You're going to stay within that, small range for the rest of your life. How do you feel about yourself and about your life? About going out and about and showing up in the world and seeing old friends from high school or college or an old job that you were at, going into new situations, meeting new people, going into your same job every day. What is different about your life? Feel unstoppable. Yes, I love that word. I think that might be my word of the year next year. I had a student before I quit my school counseling job. My last year as a school counselor, I had a student and I was like really working with him on his mental, um, very, he needed a lot of mental, not mental work, but like mental resilience work. And I asked him a question. He's like, I'd be unstoppable. And I'm like, yes, you are. Let's go there. I love that word. Sorry, squirrel. Um, and then what do you get to say yes to when you are at your ideal weight, guaranteed to stay there? What do you get to say yes to that you've been saying no to? What have you been holding back from because of your weight, because of being tired, because of not being as easy to move as you would like it to be, the stiffness, the whatever, what is holding you back, and what do you get to say yes to? What is it like? Oh, do you want to do this? Yes, absolutely. That you have been saying no to. And one of mine is like kayaking. Kayaking is kind of hard to do when you're really overweight and you have to lug those kayaks around. And I love kayaking. Yes. Swimming, horseback riding, clothes shopping. Yes, totally. Like clothes shopping is no fun, especially if you have to try clothes on when you're having to get sizes that you don't want to wear. Or especially if there's like pressure to need something. The dog's going to bark because my parents are here now. Um, so what do you finally get to say yes to? And are you ready to change your story about the past so that, yes, thrift clothes shopping. Ooh, can't wait for you to get here. Are you ready to change your story about the past so that you can reimagine and redesign your future? Embrace that it is possible. You can do it. You have had so many things fighting against you, including your own body, because you were doing things that you were told to do that were not in alignment with what your body wanted. And I love the verse in Philippians 3, forgetting what is behind me, forget, let it go, and strain toward what is ahead. I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. So are we ready for that, to redesign the future and allow yourself to believe that it's possible again and work towards that without guilt, without shame, without regret? We did the best that we could with what we knew in the past, and now we can make changes. So let go of diet mentality. Like I said, we are not talking about a diet here. We're talking about a lifestyle shift. Diet mentality, it shows up a lot in coaching, especially in the beginning. Calorie counting, like really being stressed about, how many calories is it? I don't want to eat too many calories. Labeling foods as good and bad. Food is food. What is important is the impact that it has on your body, like the effects. Does it make me gassy and bloated? Does it make me feel energetic? And the impact, what is it doing inside my body internally? So good and bad foods, Twinkies are just food. asparagus is just food. And then let's see, another one of diet mentality is I have to work out. I have to work out to lose weight. And a lot of people will say that, like, especially if I say I'm a weight loss coach, oh, I work out all the time, or, oh, I need to start working out again. Awesome. Do that. Work out, move your body. That is fantastic. It is a minimal part of weight loss. It is amazing for your mental health, for strength, for body composition, but for weight loss, like, you can't outwork out a bad diet. You can't outwork out overeating. I mean, have you ever tried? Have you ever like eaten something and looked to see how many calories was in it? And then was like, how long would it take me to burn that many calories? Like, you do not burn that many calories working out. So I actually heard a thing about how long it would take you to exercise away like a Big Mac, and it was insane. It was an insane amount of time. We are going to one of the things, my free Facebook group is called Start Where You're At. Wherever it is that you're at now, that's your starting point. That's where you're going to make your decisions for your next steps. If you're a couch potato eating pizza and hamburgers all day, every day, you're not going to go from that to eating broccoli and chicken for dinner every day and, cantaloupe for lunch, whatever. I don't know. You're going to level up. You're going to make small, doable changes as you go. And then as you make improvements and make progress, then you're going to level up when it's appropriate. Commit to what you will do consistently and sustainably. And this is like a really good thing for working out. A lot of people are like, okay, I joined a gym. I'm going to work out. I'm going to go to the gym for 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. And they go and they totally overdo it and they're sore and they never go back. So we don't want to do that. We're making small changes that we can do consistently and sustainably. And wrap all of that with compassion and kindness and love for yourself. And a lot of times, and I like this was my story. I need to talk mean to myself to get myself motivated to do something. You fat lard, get up off the couch and go do something. Like I would talk to myself that way. And I'm like, no, it's fine because that motivates me to do it. No, let love be your motivation. Love for yourself, love for your body, love for the God that gave you the body and made you in his image. One of the things that we really work on is overcoming negative self-talk. Huge. And like that is one of the biggest changes that I have experienced, along with developing trust in myself. But changing that internal dialogue is so powerful. So resetting our minds. Then we're going to reset our bodies. And I'm going to preface this with, like I said, reading these 2 books has been life-changing for me. And not life-changing, life-shifting. So I have shifted a little bit in some of this, but you'll see as I go on, I don't know. This is the basics protocol for what I teach. And this is what I've been teaching. And this is what I followed for years. And I've just made a couple shifts in that, and you'll see that on the next slide. So it's not a diet, it's a mind and a lifestyle shift. And again, starting where you're at, you decide what do I want to start working on? Ideally, to get great weight loss, you're getting enough sleep, 7+ hours a night. you're drinking enough water, at least 64 ounces. And it actually hurt me to put 64 ounces in there. That is the place that you want to get to as a starting point. If you're below 64 ounces of water a day, start there. Get up to 64 ounces. And ideally, you're drinking half your body weight in ounces of water a day, which if you weigh 200 pounds, it's 100 ounces of water. And then, so get enough sleep, get enough water, follow your protocol. So plan your food ahead of time or have your protocol ahead of time and follow that food plan, follow the protocol. And then eat for physical hunger, which there's two sides to that. There's waiting until you're hungry and asking yourself, that's one of the how to eat less tips. Ask yourself before you put anything in your mouth, am I actually physically hungry? And don't eat unless the answer is yes. And then at the other side of that is stop eating when you have reached satiety, not like over full, but your body's like, I've had enough. I'm good. And today or yesterday, I think today's reel was about the sigh, which is crazy, but it really happens. I think, I don't know. I think that was today. So paying attention and stopping eating when you've had enough, asking yourself, am I hungry before you eat anything, and move your body. That's my basic protocol. And moving your body, like I said, is not for weight loss. It's for mental, your mental health, strengthening your mind, strengthening your belief and your trust in yourself, and seeing progress. When you're moving your body consistently, you're going to, whatever it is that you're doing, if you're walking, you're going to walk faster. You're going to be able to walk farther. If you're doing strength training, you're going to be able to do more reps or lift heavier weight. And so that's always awesome to be able to make progress. Okay, here we go. Are we ready? This is the resetting your hormones and fat loss protocol, for lack of a better, catchier name. So it's all the same things. Get enough sleep, get enough water, protocol, plan food, move your body. And it has these 3 little extra things added in. And again, start where you're at. Remember that, like, that's kind of hovering around all of it. Start where you're at. So it's not do all of this or you're a failure. It's where am I going to focus on to start building these habits into my life? So no sugar, no flour, time restricted eating or intermittent fasting, which they're the same, but they're a little bit different. And then no snacking between meals. So why fasting? And according to my new best friend, Jason Fung, it's really the fasting is the missing piece. We have focused on what we eat and how much we eat, but we need to focus on what we eat and how often we eat, when we eat. And the reason for this, the reason that this is a key is because every time we eat, our body, we're putting glucose in our bloodstream, your blood sugar, which creates the need for your body to create insulin. Insulin is a hormone, and it's the only hormone, I'm pretty sure it's the only hormone that we have that impacts every single cell in our body. And insulin is a growth hormone and a storage hormone. It is the key that gets the glucose from your bloodstream into the cells that it needs to go to. And there's a lot of science. I would have to like write it all out to be able to explain it. And that's not the purpose of this workshop, but I will be getting into that more in the 6-week reset. So every time we eat, we produce insulin. Insulin moves glucose from the bloodstream into the liver, into our muscles. And when there's no more room in there, it's moving it into fat stores. There's only so much glucose that can be put into muscles and into your liver. There is no limit to the amount that can be put in your fat cells. There is no limit. Let that sink in. Like, I can picture people and I'm like, yes. And so fasting creates time periods where your blood sugar is so low that you are not producing any insulin, and it resets your system. It's a hormone reset. It cracks me up when you see people outside with cats, like walking with cats and stuff. I don't know why. That's so funny. Squirrel. So when we're fasting, we are not requiring insulin. And there's just so much. When we fast, it reduces your insulin production. It lowers your insulin resistance and increases your insulin sensitivity. We become insulin resistant when we eat so much sugar that we keep requiring more and more insulin. And it's kind of like drugs, really, when you're taking drugs and they have this huge impact, but the more and more often you do it, the more and more drugs you need to have the same effect. And that's what insulin is. Your body becomes resistant to what the insulin is working to do. So it increases your insulin production, and it's working harder to move the sugar. And that's why people have their glucose levels are high. The ultimate in insulin resistance is type 2 diabetes. Okay. Benefits of fasting. And let me tell you, let me just start with this. I have been in the weight loss realm, for a long time, wanting to lose weight for a long time. And people would talk about fasting and intermittent fasting, and even church, when they talk about fasting, I'm like, I don't want to fast. That sounds terrible. Why would I do that? But these books talking about the insulin resistance and all of the things that all of the systems and diseases that are because of your insulin resistance and high insulin levels, it's diabetes, obesity, heart disease, some cancers, high blood pressure, like so many things have in common insulin resistance. So when you see the benefits of fasting, you can't argue against it. It boosts your cognitive performance. It protects it. Well, it reverses obesity and then protects you from it and associated chronic illnesses that are obesity related, reduces inflammation overall, improves your overall fitness. It helps at some points, it stimulates growth hormone, which protects you from losing muscle and helps you to build muscle. It supports weight loss, decreases the risk of metabolic diseases. So there's no argument that can be made against fasting unless you are pregnant, you are nursing. If you have type 2 diabetes, you want to work with your doctor, because it's crazy how fast it can change your blood sugar levels. And if you are on insulin and you're fasting to lose weight and you have type 2 diabetes, it can quickly change the amount of insulin or medication that you need to be taking. And so that can have an impact. So you definitely want to work with a doctor. Some examples, a couple examples of what fasting does for us weight loss wise. Dr. Fung has I've heard two examples. I heard one just today that I hadn't heard him talk about before. So first of all, you buy groceries. You have a fridge, you have a freezer. You have groceries in the fridge, you have groceries in the freezer, and you keep going out to eat fast food. So you're eating fast food every day. So you're not using things in the fridge, and you're definitely not using anything in the freezer. And you're eating the fast food every day, and your body's using that as the energy that it needs. So the items in the fridge are just sitting there, the items in the freezer are just sitting there. As you fast, your body goes to the fridge and it starts eating things out of the fridge. And then you get to a certain point where all of the things in the fridge are gone. And imagine these are fat cells. This is fat in your body. And then it goes to, or that's the energy in your stored muscles and in your liver. Then you have that gone. And then your body's like, I'm hungry. I need food. There's no food in the fridge. I'm not going to fast food. And so it has to dig into the freezer, and it has to get food from the freezer and prepare it, thaw it out and prepare it, and then eat it. So it takes time. And as you're fasting, your body is going into your fat stores to burn fat, which is exactly what we want it to do. It's if we keep eating consistently, increasing the insulin levels, our body is not getting the chance to go into our fat stores to lose the fat. And then the other example was a car. Like you go and get a car and you're driving it around, and every day you go and put gas in it. And every day you go and put more gas, and the gas tank is full, and the gas is leaking into the back seat. So the back seat is filling up, and the car can't use that gas in the back seat because you keep putting more gas in. And that's what we're doing. We're overfeeding ourselves, and we're not allowing our body to use the energy that we have. Did you know there's like 3,000 calories in 1 pound of fat? I was thinking, like, how long could you go fasting before you really need to eat? For every pound of body fat that you have, that's 3,000 calories of energy that your body can burn. Just kind of puts it in perspective. And then I was thinking a few practical benefits of fasting. You eat fewer times a day, which means you have to make fewer decisions about food, which frees up your mind to focus on other things. When you're fasting, your body stops wanting the sugar and the processed food. It wants real food. It wants to restore energy, and it feels good. It feels better to eat good food, protein, fats, veggies, than when we're eating every day and in that cycle of eating processed food and sugar. Fewer trips to the grocery store, a shorter grocery list, more room in your pantry to store other things than food, and a sense of accomplishment, which I personally appreciate. Like, I am 24 hours into a 24-hour fast. As soon as I get off this, I get to break my fast, and I am hungry, but I feel amazing that I have gone 24 hours without food. And so that's another practical benefit of it. And the no sugar, no flour, when you stop eating the sugar and flour, it's so much easier to fast, because the sugar and the flour and the processed foods make you keep wanting to eat. The more you eat, the more you want to eat. So that is resetting. That is the fat loss and hormone reset. And again, we start where you're at. We figure out what you're going to tackle first, what habits you want to create first. and we work on that. Commit to what you'll do consistently, be kind, compassionate, and loving with yourself. So it's all wrapped in that. And this is kind of what it looks like ongoing. Reframe your past, reimagine your future, decide to trust the process, take small, consistent daily action. And this is a cycle because our goal is to create these habits, take small, consistent daily action. We screw up, we overeat, we eat cake, we do whatever, we break our fast before we planned on it. And in the past, we've beat ourselves up about it. But because it's already done and in the past, we can't change it. We can only change the way we think about it. So we're going to reframe the past. We're going to reimagine the future. I can do better. I'm going to learn from this. You're going to decide to trust the process and then take small, consistent daily action. And so it's a cycle that you could go through weekly, monthly, daily, because nobody's going to be perfect and perfect isn't the goal. Okay. The reset weight loss group. So transition. I have given you, I want to say this, I've given you everything, all the information that you need that you could take today and you can start implementing it and you can be successful. So there's that. It's there. And I want to offer to you the Reset Weight Loss Group. It's 6 weeks of teaching and coaching. There are weekly videos that I send out. There's a weekly coaching call. And if we need more than one, I'm totally open to that if people want that. I didn't change that. I do not use Google. I didn't use Google Classroom. I'm using Voxer as a chat app. So there's a web page where everything is hosted on. There's a Voxer group where when I post something new, I'll put it in the Voxer group. You can ask questions in the Voxer group, reach out for support, post your wins, post your challenges. So that's where the community will take place, along with the weekly calls. And then support along the way, whether it's with technology, how to work it, the learning curve with your weight loss, problem solving, anything that you're experiencing. I'm walking alongside with you the whole time. I am available to you. I am here because I want you to be successful. And you have, as long as I have this available, you have access to the information. And that is $300 for the 6 weeks. And then if you sign up by this Friday night at midnight, you also get 2 private Zoom calls, and we can do that if you want to do that before we start or midway in. You get 2 free calls where we just focus on you, dive into what you're experiencing. And then also 1 free month in the Commit to You group coaching community to continue the work and continue to get the support. So that is the Reset Weight Loss group, which I love. And I have one person that was in the group last time when I had my one-on-one calls with her, she's like, it's like you're here, like, you know where I'm at because of the teachings that I had each week. She's like, you were talking directly to me. And then just imagine what is possible for you. What is losing weight and shifting your mindset and your lifestyle going to do? It's going to give you so much freedom. It's going to lower your stress. You're going to have more energy, reset your metabolism, wear a smaller size, and feel more confident. And like I said, I've given you like the information that you need to go forward and prosper. And if that's what you choose to do, I wish you all the luck and I want you to be successful. And I have tons of information that you can access to get help with that. And reasons that I think that joining is so helpful is I'm doing all the research. I'm reading the books. I'm listening to the podcast. Like this is what I do. And if you have time to do all of that, great. Dive in, read the obesity code, read why we get sick. I'm doing that to help myself and to be able to help you. So I offer that you would consider me your personal research assistant and ninja mindset coach. You come to me with questions. If I don't have the answer, I'm going to find it for you. I'm going to do the research for you. Also, when you like take away snacking, you start eating for hunger, you're taking away a tool that you have been using probably your whole life, emotional eating, to avoid feeling certain feelings. And so when you take that tool away, you're going to start feeling all the feelings. And I'll be here to support you in that and to help you to gain awareness about why you're feeling that way and working through the process of not going back to the food to help you to avoid the feelings. So I'm here to help you to gain that awareness and renew your mind. And also the support of the community, the women that are already in our community and that join the reset. We're here to support each other, to encourage each other, to cheer each other on, and to celebrate each other and to hold each other accountable. And that doing anything with a group of people that are moving in that same direction as you is so beneficial. So those are some of the reasons that I think that the reset is amazing and the commit to you community, because we have all of those things built in. And that is what I have for you. I'm going to stop sharing. Does anybody have any questions? You can put them in the chat. You can unmute and talk. If there are no questions, then I will go squeeze that grandbaby of mine. And you will get the reset. You'll get an email with the replay, and it will be posted on the webpage that already had all the information on it. So if you're watching the replay or if you're on the call and you have questions, feel free to email me or message me on any of the socials. Thank you so much for being here live and for those watching on replay. I hope to see you in the reset.